Hi everyone and welcome to this video where I will show you all my uncolored coloring books. It are quite a few, so I will have to split them up in two separate videos. But overall I've counted my coloring books. I've counted the one that I didn't color in, and it was quite okay, the amount. It's still a lot, but I can live with that. The first one is a coloring book by two women. I can't read their names properly, but that's why I show them in the beginning. This one I really wanted very badly, but yeah, unfortunately it's super detailed and I knew beforehand what I was buying, and yet after receiving it just didn't appeal to me anymore. I did try and color in one page, it was this one, but I've put my materials aside and haven't touched the book since. So this collection will also include some books that I've started working in, but I gave up after a while. The second book is Miss By, or how do you say it in English? It contains beautiful artwork, but it's a self-published book, and there's nothing wrong with that, but this has just some page-filling images. Not this one, because that's beautiful, but you have a lot of pages with only a little drawing on the top or the bottom, so it's very annoying. It was a waste of money. So as I'm flipping through, you will be seeing lots of these small images, and there are only a few of the big ones. And I also colored in one of the bigger pictures. I did a base with Neocolor too, I wrote down, but I will have to shade it extra with some pencil, but I just don't have the drive to, and bit of a pity. I like the art style from the big pictures, but yeah. Then the third book is a few months old. It's a grayscale coloring book by QB Coloring Books. I don't think there's there's an artist mentioned, Lynch, I think he or she is called. And yeah, this is my only grayscale coloring book that I have in my collection, because normally it's not my cup of tea, I think, but I bought this second hand for almost nothing, so I thought just to try some markers out, it would be nice, and the pictures are quite nice too, but some of the figures come back every few pages, so it's quite repetitive from time to time. Now that I'm flipping through, I'm always hitting the exclusive ones, I think, but oh well, for the amount of money that I've paid this one, I think I didn't even pay it €2 or something, so it's quite nice artwork to have. Then this one I won in a giveaway by the artist herself, Stram Inna. I don't know her last name, I have to take a look. I'm not going to say her last name because it would sound awful, I think. And this one is a very cute less big book with lots of animals, and I really like the art style, but I started one picture with markers, and I'm sure it will look lovelier with pencil on top, but yeah, I lost interest. It's a pity. And here's a little note that I got with the book, and I've also put in my email with which I entered her giveaway to have a memory of that. And there was something wrong with my recording, so it seems I'm doing a voiceover again, so it was more pleasant for me. Here we have Die Welt unter der Lupe zu Lande by Rita Berman. I only have this book for about a week or 3, I think, or 2. So it's relatively new, and that's why I haven't colored in it yet, but I love it very much. I will be working in this one quite soon, I think, because in April I'm trying to tackle as many uncolored books as I can. So yeah, this one will get its chance, I think. Then The Adventures of Pinocchio by Fabiana Attanasio. I have all of her coloring books, and I have this for quite some time now. But yeah, every time that I color in one of her books, it's not Pinocchio, and I don't know why, because it's a lovely book. I love the artwork. I wanted to do one in this book this month, but I already colored or tackled my Beauty and the Beast coloring book, and maybe it will be chosen by the end of the month. But yeah, I normally don't color 2 books from the same artist quite directly after each other. Another one by Fabiana, Hansel and Gretel, also not very long in my collection, maybe a month, maybe a bit longer, but relatively new, so didn't have the chance to color in this one either. And many of her books aren't sold in English anymore, now that I have a problem with that, because I don't normally read the little stories in front, but it would be nice to be able to read the stories, but yeah. And here we have I have a Blackout Jungle book. The Jungle book. Only got this about a week, I think. So that's quite new. It's super new. So yeah, one of those 3 will have a chance at the end of the month, I think. I hope. I can't promise anything. This is Fanta Morphia, also a relatively new one. It's a Polish edition. It's very thick, and it contains Fanta Morphia and Geomorphia. This was a lovely tip by Julie Nueva. It's also a lovely YouTube person who colors and who talks about beauty products on her channel. Very lovely person. And she had the very good tip that this book existed and it was only 6 or 7 euros. And knowing that Kirby's books are most of the time more expensive, I was super happy, because I wanted his new artwork, but I didn't want to pay a lot of money for a very tiny and thin book, and this is, yeah, really awesome. Also, not long at my house yet, maybe a month, so that's why I didn't color in this one yet. And then I was grabbing another book, or maybe I was sitting on the floor filming this because I had a lot of trouble with my daylight lamp. So and this is a Kawaii coloring book by Art of Kawaii, and it's dedicated to spring scenes. But I must be in the mood for Kawaii colorings. I have this book for a few months now, but up until now it was winter, and I normally don't color extremely sunny or seasons pictures. I think I try to stick at the time where I'm living in. If it's winter, I prefer to color in. It can depend on my mood. Maybe I mix some months together. And next to Kawaii we have Shebe. So these 2 books are bought secondhand on Amazon. Shebe Volume 1 and Chibi Girls Volume 1 and Chibi Girls Volume 2 by Jade Summer. These are lovely when you are in a marker phase and want to lay down a marker base and shade with pencils on top. I didn't want the grayscale version because I want to give the drawings my own shadows. So that's why I always choose for line art coloring books. And both of the books didn't cost me a lot of money. €1 and a half second hand, because there were some crooks in the cover, or sometimes there can be a scratch on the cover. But yeah, I think it's also possible that it's as cheap as that when it's staying a long time at the warehouse deals by Amazon. So, and then the Inklings volume, I think volume 1 by Tanya Bond. I had a bit of an accident. You can see the red stain up there. I played with gesso and brusho and my first page was ruined, so I took it out and threw it away. It was a very beautiful picture. So I have one less in the book now, but yeah, nothing to do about that. And I don't know why I haven't colored in this book yet, because I love Tanya Bond's work. I love coloring in faces. But yeah, somehow this is staying on my shelf forever because I have it already for a long time. The Bridesmaids coloring book by Anne Kroonheimer. She's the illustrator. I've bought this book secondhand too on Amazon UK, or it was shipped by Amazon UK, a UK seller it was. And I discovered that there was some coloring done and I had some strokes on the picture. And yeah, I've contacted the seller and they gave me a refund because they thought it was a new book with only a scratch or something on the cover, but there are a few other parts in the book that are a bit colored in, and it's not with pencil, unfortunately. It was with marker, so... And by the same artist, we have the Ballerina coloring book. As you can see, it's very cheap. The paper is good quality. The artwork is lovely. But since I don't have anything to do with dancing or ballet, I didn't do that as a child. I only took jazz ballet for a few months, or maybe a few weeks. I didn't follow that much lessons. I keep avoiding this book. I don't know why. Yeah, I think it's because I don't have anything with dancing, but stupid because it's a very lovely book. Then my only Chinese one that I didn't color in. I don't know how the title is called, or what the title is, or who the artist is. So I will be showing the ISBN number. I hope it's focusing a bit decently because it was hard to look when I was filming. And I bought this one on AliExpress. But if you type in Chinese coloring book, you will see a lot of those styles pop up and you will discover it in between. I only have this book for 2 weeks now, I think. So that's why I haven't colored in it yet. And again, like most of my Chinese coloring books, it's filled with lovely ladies. Cherry blossoms, typical oriental drawings and I can't think of the word. And you have a small index on the front. And then we are going further with the Oriental books. The Japanese ones that I bought on Amazon Japan. I don't know how this is called. It was also based on Grimm's fairy tales. And it's designed by an artist named Roko. But the artwork is very intricate, a bit childish too, the faces I mean, but all the rest is quite detailed, and that's why I haven't color in this one. I started the picture, but I lost interest, and maybe I will have to some water media. So this one I did start, but yeah, lost interest, and I have this for more than a year, I think. So yeah, it's a long-lasting whip. And then this is, I think, Korean. It's My Colorful Town or My Lovely Town. I bought this on eBay. And I was focusing on the ISBN number, and I didn't get it into frame quite good. So I was a bit, yeah, it was a bit messy. I hope you can see it. Yes, here it is. So pause it if you want the ISBN number. And I have the other one too, My Lovely Room or My Colorful Room. I don't know how the artist name is pronounced, but so it contains, this one contains scenery within a town. So the girl who is the leading character, she goes visiting some shops, a bakery and a shoe shop, a clothing store or a boutique, and some other pages in the book are focused on the things that she finds in the shops. So bagels and shoes, and yeah, very lovely artwork. It reminded me of the romantic contract books. This one is also a Chinese one. I forgot that I had this one too. Only have this in my house for a month, 2 months max. Bought it on AliExpress for not even €3. And it's an interpretation of Alice in Wonderland. I don't know if it's still available, because I was looking for it the other day, and that was priced for €17, I think. And the link from the shop where I bought it wasn't working anymore, so very strange. It's very intricate artwork also, but it was unique for my feeling, and yeah, for €3 I couldn't pass that one up. Then we have the Polish version of The Time Chamber by Daria Song. Just bought this one on Amazon, and yeah, because her translated books in English are 12 to 15 euros, I believe, and it was quite expensive, and the Polish version was sold for €5, but I already have it for more than a year, and I did start a page in it, but I've lost not my interest but my courage, and yeah, I was flipping beside it, so I will look it up again, or I will look it up. It was this one, and yeah, too technical for the time when I started coloring it in, and now I don't have the courage to return anymore. Then the book, The Saturday Evening Post Americana by Creative Haven. The only reason I bought this was because I like the artwork, but I grabbed it as an extra book in an order from bol.com so that I could avoid shipping. But yeah, of course I've chosen a book that I like. I like the artwork, but it's also quite detailed. Martin Noble's artwork is always beautiful, but quite detailed in my opinion, and that's why I didn't have the courage yet to color it in. And the next one, I wanted this so bad, by Kinuko Craft, if I'm reading this correctly. Yes, Myth and Magic, beautiful coloring book. This page is one of the less detailed pictures, I think, but look at the artwork. I don't know if I will ever have the courage to color in this one. I really want to, because I love the art style, but Good heavens. And then a food coloring book, bought quite cheap. The artwork is by Alena Lazareva. It's quite a thick book, and didn't even pay €4. I think it was really cheap, or maybe 4.5. And I really want to start learning to color some food, and but it scares me at the same time. But yeah, I will try to to focus on that a bit more. And you get double the pages. But I only have this book for about a month or two, 3, so that's why I didn't color in it yet. Then we have a Sherry Baldy book, also bought second-hand on Amazon, didn't pay a lot of money, and I thought the pictures were quite cute. It's artwork that you can color in quite quickly with your markers, and these are perfect for in between, after intricate pages or pages where you have worked on quite some time. So that's why I have such type of books at home. And then I have a few of the Julia Rivers company, starting with Dat Magische Feendorf. I try to buy her books or their books in a German or a French version because it's less expensive then. Not that the Julia River books are expensive, but every penny that I can save for every euro, I can invest in other materials or other coloring books. So I always look for a bargain or a discount. Very beautiful artwork. A little fairy village with some bunnies also and other creatures. But yeah, didn't find the courage yet to color in it. I have this one for quite a few months now. And the same is for this one, Friedliches Dorf der Stille. Also a German version of one of her coloring books. Or there, because it's a publishing company, Julia Rivers, I think so. And this one is also based on a village, a bit of another style than the fairy village. And also a lot of detail. I really want to give these books a go because, I really like them. They have the black pages on the back so that you don't see any marker bleed through. So, and I believe this was the last book that I'm going to show you in this part. Again, a Julia Rivers brand, Vertraumtes Kleines Dorf. Again, featured, a little village is featured with lovely animals living in it. And a lot of detail. So same excuse as ever. I get intimidated by it. I love the artwork. When I see a book like this popping up on Amazon, I want it. But after a while, I get scared and it's staying on my shelf. But I hope I will tackle one of those soon this month. So I hope you've liked this video. There will be a second part where the rest of my coloring books will be shown. I'm not telling yet how many coloring books I have and how much that I didn't color yet, but it was not a bad surprise. I've colored in more than I have the ones that I don't have colored in. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and we will talk soon in another video.